Hey guys, welcome back to another TERA update. So I've been a little lacking, actually a lot lacking, in the updates as quickly as they've been coming in because I've got so much going on right now that I haven't been able to have a slightest chance of doing anything whatsoever that involves recording. So I've been thinking about doing this one here. This is a PC update, but this is mainly going to be a console update because they did post the 2019 console roadmap like they did with the PC. So I thought we would go through the console roadmap as well because I do have some footage for you guys to check out while we are watching or while we are talking about this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and actually pull that up and we're going to go through this first one here for the PC because we're actually a couple days behind on that one. But I am going to pull up some footage for you console users because I do have some footage of the Elin Gunner because Elin Gunner is already obviously on the PC. So I thought I would show you guys this while I read through the articles and you can see what the Elin Gunner is all about. So first thing we're going to do though is we're going to read through for the PC players for this week in TERA. I'm a couple days behind on it and it has already started, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm just going to read through this real quick. So this week in TERA on Monday the 4th until the 11th, they have events that are coming up and have already started for the PC. So the first thing is there is a weekly Vanguard bonus. So this started on Tuesday and will continue until the 12th. They're going to receive increased enhancement points or EP for completing a level 65 Vanguard request. And then also, since it is February, this is the Lunar New Year, the year of the pig. And they fully expect us to go hog wild. So when you log in, you're going to check your parcel post for a bundle of New Year goodies, which can include a Airy Porker Flying Pig Mount, Bravery Potion ×3, and Canforia Potion ×3. And then also the Battleground Spotlight that is spotlighted as well is Strong Gridiron, Shorehold, and Corsair Stronghold. But this actually starts on Friday. So I'm actually early for that one, which I'm surprised about, but I am early for that one. So starting Friday, February 8th at 3, and continuing until Monday, February 11th, there is going to be increased Spellcarium credits in 3 different battlegrounds: Gridiron, Shorehold, and Corsair Stronghold, like I just said earlier. So that is what's going on basically for everyone on the PC. So it's kind of a big update, but not really. We don't have our big update, I believe, until next month. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about the PC because this really is going to be mostly a big console update that's coming for you console players. And that's why I'm actually showing the footage here of the Elin Gunner. So if you're expecting a full walkthrough here of this dungeon, don't, because we're going to probably skip around some and we might not get through it all. We might get through it all. Who knows? We might not though. So just, you know, don't expect me to complete the video and have a complete walkthrough of this dungeon. I actually do have a walkthrough of the dungeon though, if you would like to see us go through the Fall Meadow Refinery. I'm pretty sure if it's not up on the channel, it will be up like soon, because I did do a walkthrough of it, not with a gunner, but with a Elin brawler, so I'll definitely have that, and you can watch the full walkthrough of the dungeon anyway. But why are we getting off track? I don't know, I tend to do that a lot. Let's get into the major news here for you console players. We have the console roadmap 2019. This is part 1, just like with the PC, where we had part 1 of the PC. This is part 1 of the console roadmap. So they've got February, March, and April listed. So for PC we had January, February, and March, and for console you guys have February, March, and April. So they say that they've got a lot planned leading up to the first anniversary on the PS4 and Xbox One consoles. Here's a quick sneak peek at a few of the months. So we're in February right now, and I don't know if this, I don't think it has the updated, it doesn't show me the dates for this, so I don't know if it's going on now or not because I don't play on the console. But February is Heraldhold. So the Elder Dragon Burgos is vying for the coveted title of deadliest boss ever in Heraldhold, a 20-player raid with 4 phases chocked full of danger. You have what it takes to defeat his evil schemes, and let me tell you, I do not, okay? I have never been in Heraldhold in my life. Okay, well, I have been in Heraldhold, but I didn't ever do it because you have to get 20 people, and they have to be super geared, and it has to be, like, literally just the best of the players that you can find, because this guy is super, super hard to defeat, and I've actually never done it, so that's something you have to look forward to. Some major stuff there with Heraldhold going on in February, and that is happening this month, so whenever that comes into the game, then you'll be able to experience it like us PC players did, and you'll probably be just as annoyed as we are with this dang old Heraldhold and Burgos. You're gonna regret hearing the name Burgos, I'll tell you that, because this is a difficult raid, but it is, I've heard, pretty fun. And then, of course, we have March. March is next, and March will introduce the Manglemire. Some dungeons test your skill, others damage per second. But the max level 5-player dungeon will test your powers of observation like never before. The monstrous Cyclops Manglemore cannot be trusted, and you'll need to both search the dungeon for clues as his intention, wow, I can't even read. Cannot be trusted, and you'll need to both search the dungeon for clues as to his intentions and pay close attention to his declarations during combat. Good luck. And this actually did come to the PC as well. We don't have it right now, I don't think, but it is a pretty fun dungeon. Manglemire is actually really confusing if you don't know the mechanics of it, but it is pretty fun once you learn it, so I think you guys will enjoy that as well. That's a big dungeon that'll come to the PC, or not PC. That's a big dungeon that'll come to the console for PlayStation and Xbox One in March. And then April is the big update. Okay, so this one is the one that everyone's kind of waiting for, because this is the one that's going to introduce to you guys the new class. I guess it wouldn't be called a class because you guys already have the gunner, I'm pretty sure, but it's the new race for this class, which is going to be the Elin gunner. So there's so much happening in April. TERA is almost like a brand new game. In this major content update, we're introducing 2 new dungeons, Elin gunners, new gear progression, and new enchanting systems, plus more. So I believe this is going to be the big update that you guys have been waiting for, that we on the PC have had for quite a while now. This one is probably going to be one of the biggest for you guys, because it's, well, it is something. I will say that, it is something. The new gear progression system is not my favorite. I actually prefer gear progression system that you guys have right now in console, but it takes some getting used to. It's definitely something that you guys are going to be experiencing when this update drops in April. So if you have not seen anything about the new gear progression for the PC, you might want to check it out so you can get a heads up on that. New enchanting system as well is totally different, but the big thing that we're talking about, of course, is the Elin gunner, and you guys are seeing the gameplay of the Elin gunner as well. So she's pretty much the same as a regular gunner, like a Castanic or a high elf gunner. She's just small in stature and packs a big punch, just like the other gunners do. I personally really prefer playing the gunner. I really like it. I played through as an archer, and I hated playing the archer. So when I tried the gunner, I actually fell in love with it, and the gunner is actually one of my, probably, I wouldn't say, yeah, actually I might, I don't know. It's like, people ask me all the time what my favorite class is, and I never really know, because I don't generally have a favorite class. But if I did have a favorite class, it probably would be the gunner, because it's so easy to use and just packs a big punch and can do a lot of damage. And plus, you can use it as an Elin, which I'm kind of partial to, because I do like the Elins a bunch. But that's the big update that's coming to the console, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, in 2000, or not 2000, what am I talking about, 2019? It's already 2019. In April. They also said that they're having an anniversary celebration. April also brings our first anniversary celebration, which promises to be our biggest event yet. Be sure and follow us on social media for all the latest details and special events. So they're obviously not going to go into too big of detail about the anniversary celebration, but I actually believe that for the PC, when we had that, it was a pretty big deal. They actually had some Twitch streams that they did with it, where they gave away codes for special items that you can get, and they also had some in-game things that you could do, like different rewards that you can do for finding certain people in the game, or different events going on to promote the big celebration for their anniversary of the game. And since this will be the first year that the game has been on the console, it's probably going to be a pretty big celebration and a pretty big deal. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about the roadmap and give you console players a big update that you kind of deserve, because normally I spend a lot of my time talking about the PC, because I do play TERA on the PC, but the console has some big updates coming too. I know a lot of people were talking about how they say that the console is never going to be caught up with the PC and we're always so far behind, but the gear progression thing is actually not far behind us. We are actually pretty much equal on that. I think the only thing you guys are missing is a couple of classes or different races that are certain classes now. I think maybe the Elin Brawler and the Male Brawler, but you guys could actually have the Male Brawler too. I don't know. Feel free to let me know. I don't play the console, like I said, so it's definitely not anything that I know about, but I did play for like the very first time when the game first came to console, and it just wasn't something I was interested in. I've been so used to it being on the PC that I've just been playing it on the PC the whole time, so not really planning on playing it on the console. But if I ever do get onto the console, it's pretty much the same as PC. There's only a couple things that you guys won't have that we'll have by the time that you have the April update. Obviously the big one for us that you guys won't have will be the new level cap, but honestly it's all pretty much about the same. So I think that's going to be it for this big update. That was all I really wanted to talk about. The big news was the Elin Gunner that will be premiering in April for the console. PC players, we don't have much going on until March, so we're just celebrating the Lunar New Year. And also, that's one thing I want to talk about for PC players. I actually have logged in since the event started, and I haven't got anything in my parcel post, so hopefully they're fixing that problem. I have no idea what's going on there, because they said you were supposed to get a whole bunch of stuff and for the Lunar New Year, and I haven't received anything, so I have no idea what's going on there with that. But anyway, that's gonna do it for my update, and I will see you guys in the next one.